Josh Bolten, who's the Business Roundtable president and CEO, also a former White House chief of staff under George W. Bush. You've watched these. You've participated in these transfers of powers, too, Josh.
I've been at both ends of it, incoming and outgoing.
Which is better?
That's a tough question.
Incoming's got to be better, but I found outgoing more compelling as a more compelling demonstration of the genius of our system. Wow. Is that you're as a chief of staff, I was adjacent to the most powerful people in the world up until noon on January 20th, and all of a sudden you're out and you're just a regular citizen. And that is a fabulous thing about our system.
And you get your life back, which is probably pretty fabulous,
Not
too.
so bad, also.
Yeah. Again, we are awaiting, at this point, the president-elect, Donald J. Trump, along with President Joe Biden, who will be riding over together as well.
Josh, what can you tell us about these moments behind the scenes? You know, somebody who's been there. What's going on behind that set of closed doors right now? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been to that T, both incoming and outgoing, and it's for the most part, a pretty warm scene because well, in this case, the incoming knows what the drill is. He knows what's happening. But he's taken over the house that the Bidens have lived in for 4 years. It's been their residence, and all of a sudden it's his. And all of the responsibilities shift over in just 90 minutes.
Bidens woke up in the bed in the White House residence.
Yep.
Their stuff has now been packed up.
Yeah,
It'll be shipped off.
I was wondering about that.
And Donald Trump will sleep there tonight.
Yep.
They've been packing up for weeks, I guess.
Yeah, they've probably been packing for a long time, but you've left a house. I mean,
it's hard.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to do.
A little smaller than this.
Yeah.
I bet I have more stuff than they do in mine.
More clutter.
Yeah.
And I think they're really, even among the most bitter political rivals, and Presidents Biden and Trump have to be counted as among our more bitter political rivals in our modern history. Even among them, there's a bond of experience and I think respect that makes that tea that they're just coming out from a pretty warm experience.
How do you think this changes, given that Donald Trump is not a rookie, right? Donald Trump is somebody who has been president before. We haven't seen this in a long time, for a former president to come back and be sworn in for a second term, non-consecutive like that. Those T's are often between an outgoing president and an incoming rookie who's never done the job before. This time around, it's two presidents who are more on an equal footing, and there's less need for Joe Biden to give Trump advice on how to operate the executive branch or anything like that. So how does that change the dynamic here?
Yeah, it's got to be a very different dynamic. Trump being the first since Grover Cleveland to have non-consecutive terms. But I think a lot of the basics remain, that they are handing over the reins not just of power but of responsibility. I think both men have to feel a sense of awe at this moment.